one thing I kind of wanted to talk about. Sometimes when you're facing all these pressures of what I'm facing, oh man, sometimes the walls can close in on you, and it can seem like life's a pressure cooker, and sometimes you feel like if you don't absolutely positively get out of the house and go do something, even if you don't have the money to do it, or you shouldn't be spending the money to go and do it, then you feel like you're gonna just absolutely lose your mind. And I'm sort of that way today. I mean, it's been a week now since the blizzard, and the clouds finally cleared off completely yesterday or last night, and it's all bright sunshine today, so that gives you cabin fever even more. My point is, if you just have to get out and go do something, just like with everything, try to pick a middle of the road. Believe me, I understand. And that need is very powerful. So instead of doing just something that spills out it goes to the extreme opposite, and then you feel a lot of guilt about it, and then you beat yourself up because you spent money you shouldn't have spent. Just stop for a moment and just think of a middle road. Instead of, going all out and spending money you really shouldn't, then to pick something halfway. Like today, my rationalization for getting out is going to I have a birthday party to go to, and if it weren't for that, I would get out anyway. And I was thinking of just, instead of going to where the birthday party is, and I didn't know about it till just a while ago, but my plan was to go halfway to where the birthday party was anyway, or about. You see what I'm saying? Just to get out and get some fresh air and get some sunshine and and you've got to clear your mind. This is absolutely, not only should you not feel guilty about it, it's something that's absolutely necessary to your mental and emotional health. If you have someone in your life that helps, that helps if that's the case. If you've got a wife or a husband, and you're sharing the load, that's one thing. But if you're not, say you're in my position, or say you're single and you have kids, it's even more so. People don't understand. People who are on the outside don't understand, but believe me, I understand. And so my advice is to go do your thing, go stretch your wings, do what you have to do, get out, breathe, spend just a little bit of money, but make a deal with yourself that, hey, I'm not going to spend money that I'm going to bitterly regret later. But just keep in mind, you're entitled, you've got to, you need to. Go ahead. Just moderation in everything. That's going to be what gets you through this to begin with. So just moderation, and just try to keep that. The best way I ever heard it put was, there's something to be said for the common sense attitude to life. So use common sense and say, okay, well, I don't need to just stress out to the point that I end up spending money I regret. Don't go on a shopping spree or nothing like that, but go to the mall and walk around, or go to a park if the weather's good enough, or call a friend and see if y'all can go do something. I understand. You need it, you got to do it, you should do it. Just remember, single feature. Well, the birthday party was definitely a spirit lifter. One thing I wanted to point out is how I'm beginning to feel a disconnect between, with facing everything that's coming, and the changes that are going to have to be made. I'm already feeling a disconnect, and I suppose that's a normal emotion, a disconnect between my life here. I can't hardly imagine leaving the hotel after all this time. I mean, I've been here for 13 years, and it was built in 1895, and it's been a lot of fun living here. And there's nothing quite like having a whole hotel to yourself. You have all the room that you could even dream of. And then looking at having to leave it and the life that I've lived for the last 13 years. 11 years at my job and 13 years at the hotel. Anyway, it's definitely a mixed bag, and it's part of what I think you should expect to feel if you're having to look at seriously moving quite a ways from where your job once was and making a new life, starting a new life. There's all kinds of, like I said before, it's scary and exciting all at the same time. What I'll try to do is, I'll try to hold on to the hotel as long as I can. And I'm in a position where I could travel to work, but I'm already beginning to feel a disconnect between my life here and, whatever's supposed to come next. Now that's really hard to pin down and put into words. I mean, I know it's ambiguous, but these are emotions. There's a conflict. There's a conflict of emotions, between your attachment and what needs to change. So those sort of things, should be, expected, and not look at them like any real conflict, but just something that I think is normal and natural when the time comes to actually leave. Now, that may be a whole nother question and a whole new set of real emotions. But anyway, I just wanted to point that out, that when these tides change in life, sometimes you can go with the flow, and sometimes it's hard to go with the flow. So my best advice is just to look at them as natural and normal feelings, and the key is adaptability. You need to, those who will suffer the least, especially in the years to come when the depression gets worse, are going to be the people that can adapt the best. So something to think about, and not to take too seriously, but don't be surprised, if you have some feelings some mixed feelings that kind of surprise even you. Anyway, this was just the latest entry, and I'll be back for more.